What's up, my dudes? My name is Sister Turtley, and this is a track review of BroFist SX 2016. So, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? Definitely a pretty fun track right here, man. I actually enjoyed it a lot, and I think the on-track is actually built quite well, and the off-track is... it's pretty chill. It's a little on the basic side, but it still looks pretty good. And like I've always said, I mean, if you use tree billboards and you know, grass billboards off the track instead of using statues, that's 100 times better because the game's gonna run better and it still looks pretty much just as good. I mean, there's some statues out there that just, oh dude, they'll lag a game up quicker than you can say Bob's your uncle, and it's pretty rough, man. There's nothing I hate worse than hopping on a track and you can't even ride on it because somebody has like 100 tree statues on the track, and just the game wants to lag to death and you can't even ride on the track. So there's definitely nothing as frustrating as that. But one cool thing about this track is I feel like the actual spacing of the jumps is right on point, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still hit stuff on a 250. It's just perfect. So that's one thing that I've noticed ever since I started riding on the 250 is that there's a lot of custom tracks out there that just, I feel like if you're on a 250, you're pretty much screwed, man. Like, there's no, like, 250s were never even in mind on a bunch of custom tracks out there. And trust me, I've made plenty of tracks that just, you couldn't hardly even ride on it with a 250, and heck, I've made some tracks you could barely even ride on it with a 450. So I'm just as guilty as anybody out there. But that's something you learn over time, is that if you're building a track and you're testing on it with a 450, you want to make sure that you're over jumping most of your main jumps a little bit on the 450 so that it's still possible to hit on the 250. Now, you always have those really big lines like quad lines that you're obviously only going to be able to hit on the 450, and those are acceptable. But as long as you make your main triples and your finish line jumps and stuff like that able to be hit on the 250, then it's going to be an okay track. And I mean, that's just something I noticed, man. Like, I feel sorry for you 250 guys. It's rough out here, bro, because you pretty much, it's wide open in the corner. Some tracks, I mean, you can be wide open, perfect shifting, and you still case the crap out of the jump, and it'll be like a main triple or a finish line jump, you know? It's just too far spaced apart, man. But like I say, I mean, I've made plenty of them like that. But that's the cool thing about building custom tracks, is you just learn it over time. And there's so much to custom tracks on this game. I mean, you about basically have to have a graphical engineering degree to figure it all out. But there's just a lot to it with the tile maps and the lighting and the skyboxes and getting all the objects in the track and how to actually build everything. It's pretty rough, man. There's a whole coding side to it, so it makes it very tricky if you don't know what you're doing. It can definitely be a headache and a half, and that's, I mean, for me, it took me a while to learn it. I've definitely went through some trials and tribulations when I was trying to first start building custom tracks. I mean, there was plenty of times I would build a full track and then nothing even showed up on it. And I mean, just there's so many problems I had when I was building custom tracks on day one. I can't even like go through them all. It's crazy. So, you know, if you're having trouble making custom tracks, don't feel bad, because I think everybody it took them a minute to kind of learn how to do it. And that's the way with anything. I mean, when you first start doing it, you're going to have some problems, and the road gets easier as you follow it, if you know what I mean. So that's with anything. So let me not get into another lecture here. Oh my goodness, man. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed that on some of my recent videos, but man, I get off on some crazy random off-topic subjects and completely forget about what I'm talking about in the video. So what I'm going to do is try to put those crazy off-topic rants in a completely separate video so that I don't totally ruin like my track reviews and stuff, because if you guys know me, you know I can talk about something for a decade and a half and not even realize it. I mean, it's pretty crazy. So that's what I'm going to kind of do, and I've kind of already done that before, where I made a video where I talked about water on Mars and space and stuff like that. And I know those kind of videos might not appeal to everybody, but I know some of you guys will probably get a kick out of it, so be looking out for that soon. And I'll try to really focus on, you know, whatever kind of video I'm trying to make, whether it be a track review or whatever, instead of just getting off on those crazy random rants that I always do. I mean, that's me, man. I don't know why I do that, but it cracks me up, though. Like, I'll go, wow, Spencer, you really, you talked for like, you know, 8 minutes about not even the track at all. So, oh man, it cracks me up. But the whoops on this track are they're pretty chill. They're definitely not a super long section of whoops, so it's not that bad, but the rhythm sections are actually a lot of fun on this track. On a 250, you got to be pretty steady on that throttle, man. I mean, you definitely can't be putting around on this track, that's for sure. So, but it's still all possible to hit on the 250, so that's why I like this track a bunch. So, but yeah, so definitely be looking out for those crazy Spencer Turley, you know, rant videos about random things. Dude, I'm telling you, I can talk about anything and everything forever. I mean, I can do that. It's crazy. But so what I'm going to do is just have random gameplay or just anything in the background, really, and just talk about completely random subjects. So definitely be looking out for those videos, and I might put you to sleep, but there's some definitely interesting topics out there. And the cool thing is you can really get your brain working when you start getting deep into a conversation and some kind of subject. Like, you can start getting crazy on it, man, and just come up with some crazy ideas and stuff. And I have that brain type where I can just, oh man, there's no limits to the things I can think of and come up with. And so, and the way I do that is really getting deep into conversation and really deeply thinking about any one particular thing. So and as you can see, I'm completely off topic in this video now, so that's me, man. That's Spencer Turley for you. But I'm going to really try to split those videos up so that when you click on a track review, you're getting a track review, not a 30-minute long lecture on something completely different. So I do apologize for that. I didn't even realize I was doing that, but we'll try to get those videos separated. So anyways, I'm going to give this track I'm going to give it a solid 8 overall, and I'm going to say the difficulty. Some of these bigger jumps, I mean, they're solid, man. They're definitely nothing to just, you know, just jump right over. I mean, it's pretty tough on a 250, so, but it's still possible. So I feel like it's built quite well. So I would say the difficulty is medium. So anyways, I appreciate all you watching these videos, and I'll keep on making them.